Now, annual checkups and vaccinations should be a regular part of your dog's health regime. Dr. Matz, a technical specialist from MSD Animal Health, the makers of BRAVECTO, the product that rapidly kills and continuously protects dogs from both fleas and ticks, is here to give us some insight into keeping your dog protected against disease. Dr. Matz, welcome back to our studio. I hope you're doing well today.
Thank you. I'm doing well.
Love it. Sebastian, he's loving life at the moment.
Yeah. I'm getting lots of love. You know?
Absolutely. Let's talk about annual checkups, the importance thereof, and also what happens when you do take your dog for that annual checkup. I mean, what is the things that the vets do with regards to the checkup and the vaccinations?
I think the first thing to realize is that there's a very important overall clinical examination that's part and parcel of that vaccine consultation. And that's the first step, really. The animal needs to be absolutely healthy before we can vaccinate it.
Okay.
The vaccination itself is quite involved. We vaccinate against a whole range of diseases. So we've got distemper, we've got adenovirus, we've got parainfluenza, we've got parvovirus, and all of those are included in just a single vaccination. So that's important to understand, that the complexity of what we're doing is far more than what is actually visible to the naked eye.
How effective are these vaccinations when it comes to these kind of different diseases for our pups? I mean, can you say with certainty it's like 100% effective, or is it just a preventative measure?
I think the first rule to remember with biology is that nothing ever works 100% in biology. But what we do aim to provide is, and what we aim to develop these products with, is provide a more than 90% protection rate with animals that will definitely become infected with these diseases. But the idea is that we have more than 90% of these animals surviving that infection.
Yeah. So it really is still very, very effective. I mean, also definitely important to take a look at vaccinations and those annual health checkups for your pups. Yeah. You know, I've heard that people also tend to kind of wanting to do their own kind of vaccinations at home. Why is it important to rather take your dog to the vet and get it done by an expert?
I think the first thing is the health check. So and the animal needs to be healthy, and the person who has those expertise to determine that is the veterinarian himself. Yeah. The next step is to look at what diseases do we need to vaccinate against. So the NobiVac range kind of brings you into core vaccines, which we mentioned earlier, but there are also additional vaccines that your pet may require that are part of the NobiVac range. So, but the vet will be able to decide that and you know, tell you which ones are appropriate and which aren't. Yeah. The last thing is the actual handling of the vaccines. So that's important, the storage, the administration, and actually utilizing them.
All right, so just once again to recap, I mean, very, very important to make sure that your dogs are healthy. Take them for that once a year health checkup, and make sure to get all the different vaccines done by, of course, the experts.
Absolutely.
Awesome, Dr. Matz, for joining us this morning. Make sure that your canine companion remains healthy by visiting your vet for an annual health check, and be sure to catch our next BRAVECTO segment where we look into house training your puppy. Interesting one.
For your extraordinary pet, you need extraordinary care. Give your dog 12 weeks protection against ticks and fleas in just one tasty treat with BRAVECTO.